For today's lesson, we'll be tackling and solving about fractions in its operations, just like addition, subtraction, division, and multiplication. So let's get started. First, let's try a proper fraction. That would be 1/3 plus 2/3. It's just a basic addition. What we must always consider is, if we look at the denominator, we see that they both have common denominators. Therefore, we just only add the numerators. Therefore, this would be 3/3 or equals to 1. Next is subtraction. This would be 3/7 minus 2/7. Same procedure apply, but the order is very important in this case. We see that they are both common denominators. Therefore, we only subtract the numerator. 3 minus 2, that would be 1. Copy the denominator, that will be 7. 1/7. Next is multiplication. Let's try 4/5 multiply by 3/5. So what we need to multiply is the numerator to numerator, denominator to denominator. So let's try 4 times 3, that is 12. 5 times 5, that is 25. Therefore, that is the final answer. So let's try addition and subtraction that does not contain both denominators. So let's try. This is 2/5 plus 3/7. So what we must always do is to first cross multiply 7 times 2, then 5 times 3. So 7 times 2, that is 14, plus 5 times 3, that is 15, over 5 times 7, that would be 35. Final answer would be 29/35. Let's continue the multiplication. So let's try 2/6 times 1/3. Same procedure apply. Numerator to numerator, denominator to denominator. 2 times 1, that is 2. That would be 6 times 3, that would be 18. Therefore, the answer is 1/9. Okay. Next is, let's try 3 tenths multiplied by 1/2. Numerator to numerator, denominator to denominator. 3 times 1 is 3. 10 times 2 is 20. That will be the final answer. So let's try division. 4/6 divided by 2/3. So in division, it's just like multiplication, but the second fraction, we must reciprocate it. Therefore, this would be 4/6 multiplied by 3/2. So therefore, 4 times 3 is 12. 6 times 2 is 12. Therefore, the answer is 1. Next is, let's try 5/7 divided by 3/8. So first thing to do is to reciprocate the second fraction. So 5/7 multiplied by 8/3. So numerator to numerator, that would be 8 times 5 is 40, over denominator to denominator, 7 times 3, that would be 21. And therefore, that should be the final answer. Next is, let's try mixed fractions. So let's try 5 3/4 plus 6 1/4. So what we must do first is to consider the whole numbers. So 5 plus 6, and we add up the fractions. This is 3/4, 3/4 plus 1/4, just like the previous examples. In addition of fractions, that would be 5 plus 6 is 11, plus they contain both common denominators, therefore we only add up the numerator. So 3 plus 1 is 4 over 4, therefore the answer is 12. Next is, let's try 5 and 7/8 plus 7 and 5/8. So same procedure apply. 5 plus 7, that is 12, plus 7 over 8 plus 5/8. So this would be 12 plus 7 plus 5. They contain one denominator, therefore we only add up the numerator and copy the denominator. 7 plus 5 is 12, therefore the answer is, this is 12 plus lowest term, this would be 3 over 2, therefore the final answer is 12 and 3/2. Next is, let's try improper, and 1, 3 and 3/2. Okay, divided by it. Nope, that is addition, plus 2 and 6 over 5. So let's just add up the whole numbers. 3 plus 2, that is 5, plus 3/2 plus 6/5, that will be 5 plus 3/2 plus 6/5. So same procedure apply on the previous examples. So cross multiply. First is 3 times 5, that would be 15, plus 6 times 2, that would be 12, over 2 times 5, that would be 10. 5 plus, this would be 27 over 10. Therefore the final answer is 5 and 27 over 10. Next is, let's try multiplication in mixed numbers. This would be 3 and 3/4 multiplied by 1/4. So what we must do is first convert the mixed fraction into a improper fraction. So how can that? First is to multiply the whole number with the denominator of the fraction. That would be 3 times 4. So that would be 3 times 4 is 12 plus 3 over the denominator. Then we multiply it by 1/4. 12 plus 3 is 15 over 4 multiplied by 1/4. This would be 15 times 1 is 15. 4 times 4 is 16. Therefore, that is the final answer. Okay, let's proceed. Next, this is 2 and 1/2 multiplied by 3 and 5/8. So, same procedure apply. First is to convert the mixed fraction into an improper fraction. First, this would be 2 times 2, This is 2 times 2 plus 1 over 2 plus 8 times 3 plus 5 over 8. This would be equals to 2 times 2 is 4 plus 1 is 5 over 2 plus 8 times 3, that is 8, 16, 24 plus 5, 29 over 8. Then the operation is not addition. Okay, I commit a mistake. That should be multiplication. So numerator to numerator, denominator to denominator. Okay, so 5 times 29, that is 145. 2 times 8 is 16. It cannot be further simplified, therefore that is the final answer. Next is, let's try 5 and 6 over 7. This is division by 4 and 3/8. Same procedure apply in the multiplication. First is to convert this into improper fractions, that is 7 times 5. First, 7 times 5, that is 35 plus 6. Okay, over 7 divided by 4 times 8, that is 8, 16, 24, 32 plus 3 over 8. So 35 plus 6, that is 41 over 7. Okay, divided by 32 plus 3, that is 35 over 8. Next is 2. That is 41 over 7 divided by 35 over 8. What we must do is to reciprocate the second fraction. Therefore, this is 41 over 7 multiply, that is 8 over 35. We reciprocate so that we can apply the operation of multiplication. Numerator to numerator, 41 times 8, that is 328. 7 times 35, that is 245. Therefore, that is the final answer. And last but not the least, this is 8 and 3/2 divided by 3 and 3/4. So what we must do first is to convert this to an improper fraction. Therefore, 8 times 2 is 16 plus 3 over 2 divided by 4 times 3, that would be 12 plus 3 over 4. Therefore, this would be 19 over 2 divided by 15 over 4. We reciprocate the second fraction. This would be 19 over 2 multiplied by 4 over 15. And so 19 times 4, that is 76, and 2 times 5, 2 times 15 is 30. Therefore, the final answer is 76 over 30. Final answer.
Rufus boy, let me love boy, what you know. Rufus boy, let me love boy, what you know. Rufus boy.